You ever get bored of your own brain, thinking the same thoughts? When you sit down to make something, you just come out with the same old stuff. Same old greatest hits, playing the same old classics, starting with a fizz of excitement and then ending up just doing what you normally do. These last few weeks in my writing practice, I've been trying some new stuff and it's been going alright, but to be honest, it's felt a bit stale. So maybe because it's springtime or maybe because, I'm feeling a bit stale, I decided to pull down off my shelf a card deck that I've had there for about a year now that I haven't touched. The Marina Abramović Method. Instructions to reboot your life. This deck consists of 30 instructions developed by Marina Abramović with the purpose of teaching endurance, concentration, perception, self-control, willpower and confrontation of mental and physical limits. Now, I'm not a performance artist and I don't really want to reboot my entire life. It's going quite well, thank you very much. But, I'm curious to know, what would my experience of doing these instructions be? How would it change my sense of creative possibilities and ideas, and what would it do to my writing? So with a vague sense of what's involved, I'm committing to undertaking all 30 of these instructions over the next week. At least it'll be worth it for the bants, right? Taking a look at some of the cards, and to be honest, I'm a bit scared. Stretching and yawning as if this is your first stretch of the morning. Repeat any movements that your body asks to repeat. Oh, I like this one. Blink your eyes rapidly, looking from side to side. When blinking begins to slow, stop and look straight ahead with eyes open. It's kind of trippy. Sitting down, close your left nostril with a finger, inhale and exhale slowly through the right nostril 9 times. I think I've done this with yoga with Adrian. Lie down on the floor for 5 minutes at a time. Concentrate and place your hands on a specific part of the body and make a corresponding sound. Hold the sound. U for the sex, O for the stomach, A for the heart, E for the throat, M for the top of the head. I've just been making vowel sounds on the ground. I didn't hear my timer focusing on my heart. So I don't know if that was 5 minutes or 10. Lie down, press your back forcefully against the ground and inhale deeply. Hold your breath for as long as you can before exhaling. Repeat 12 times. Pinch one or more strands of your hair between your fingers, starting at the root. I don't know if I've got enough hair to do that. In an enclosed space, put on a blindfold and earplugs or noise-cancelling headphones. Move slowly and explore the space. Duration, 1 hour. That was weird, man. That was weird. All kinds of things. I think I was fascinated by the curtains and I spent a while sniffing wood. And at one point I got genuinely freaked out, like how you do when you're at home alone and you kind of think, oh God, what if there's something here with me? What if there's something in the room with me? And I kept thinking about that vampire, angel, demon thing from Midnight Mass. Thought, Jesus, what if he's in the room? And then I got sort of physically freaked out when I was wandering around and I wasn't where I thought I was. And I was like feeling around. I thought, oh my God, I'm lost. After that moment of fear, that made me kind of slightly bolder about moving around the space. Oh, wow, what a weird... Oh, no, weird's not a good word. What is a good word? I actually feel really chilled out. The next time you notice a feeling of anger, hold your breath. Continue holding until you reach your physical limit. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. Repeat as needed until anger subsides. But I hope I get angry then. I thought this one would be really difficult because I don't really get angry, do I? Except yesterday I came home and I got this letter and it really pissed me off. I'm going to reread this letter to try and recreate the feeling of anger for the purposes of the exercise. Dear Mr. Macaulay, we appreciate that life is sometimes hectic and it's easy to forget, but we've noticed that you missed your last appointment with us on the 6th of the 4th, 2023. This is my dentist. They said I should have given 24 hours notice. Well, I gave them 48 hours notice, and now they're talking about, oh, failed appointments, we might remove you from this list. I mean, those I should have done that yesterday. And I also shouldn't have reread that letter because it genuinely pissed me off again. Stand up and close your eyes. Summon all energy in your body and jump, lifting both legs. As you jump, scream. That was really helpful to do after reading the dentist letter again. 1 time in, 1 time out. 2 times in, 2 times out. 3 times in, 3 times out. Continue in this way 10 times in, 10 times out. That was really difficult. Oh, it's easy to do controlled breaths on the exhale than it is on the inhale. Breathing in like in short bursts on the inhale is really hard. It became just a... I feel lightheaded. Sit on a chair facing a plain wall. Look. Remain motionless. I've just journeyed out of space and time. I think it's this here. This has been my friend for the last hour. Spent, probably 58 minutes of the last hour staring at that little guy. Soundtrack for my voyage into space was Murder One by Metallica and also Leverage of Space by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Reached a point about 10 minutes ago where I just kind of thought, nothing really matters, does it? Nothing really matters. And then I started worrying that the timer might be broken and I was going to be late. Never spent this much time in our hallway before, ever. Try to remember the exact transition from being awake to asleep. So when I woke up, I was having a dream that I was having an audition for a Coen Brothers film alongside John C. McGinley and some other very tall actor. And we were lined up in front of a mirror. They both had like tan kind of khaki trousers on and I had a tan khaki kind of shirt on and I was like a foot shorter than them and we were looking at ourselves in the mirror and then John C. McGinley, aka Dr. Cox from Scrubs, said, we've got it. He was that confident that we were going to get the parts. And then it cut to night time and there was this little Wendy house that had its lights flickering on and off in the dark. And then it cut to inside the Wendy house and it was this artist who produced really stupid, provocative, pun-laden artwork. And the artist was played by Frances McDormand. And then I woke up and I needed a wee. Anyway, I can't stop now because I've got to go and do a thing. Wake in the morning, stay dressed as you were for sleep. Put on running shoes and go outside, run around your home, repeating the route as necessary. Our house is in a row of houses, so you can't run around the house without running around the whole block. I didn't wear what I was wearing when I slept because I sleep in my pants. And I'm not running around the neighbourhood in my pants. I have to live with these people and it's Sunday morning. Don't want to give them the peep show. That's quite refreshing actually. You will need pencil and paper for this exercise. Over the period of 1 hour, write your full name only once with your pencil moving continuously and never leaving the paper. It's weird when I first began because it was like, how do I form letters? How do I spell my name?
when you're moving that slowly. It doesn't make much sense. Then I kind of got into it, and time passed weirdly quickly. My name's not been written that way since I was about 8. Joined up writing.
Choose a flat object, such as a piece of cloth or paper that is one primary colour. Sit across from it motionless and look for 1 hour.
I couldn't tell I was looking at the colour blue. It was just like, it was all a blur. Like, what even is colour? That's what it felt like. The writing moved a lot quicker because I think there was actual action in that as well. So blue, done blue. The colour of the sky, the colour of the sea, the colour of cold.
Okay, this is the one I wasn't looking forward to. Locate the coldest natural body of water near you where swimming is permitted. Undress completely before entering the water or wear your undergarments. Stay in the water for 3 minutes.
You just keep an eye out. As soon as my head goes under, start it. Like, the dog's in. The dog's in, it's fine. Okay, I'm going. That was really cold. I was in there for 3 minutes and some nice lady said, keep your shoulders below the water, it helps, it gets better. Oh, that is oddly exhilarating. I thought I was going to think that people are mental to do that, and they are, but also see why they do it.
Choose a tree you like. Put your arms around the tree. Complain to the tree. Duration 15 minutes. She looks really happy with that tree.
Hello tree, I'm here to complain at you. I'm really tired, tree. I didn't sleep very well last night and today's just been a complete ball ache. Still got to go and do a workout later. A dental checkup and an appointment with a hygienist. A mission anyway, because you can't just phone up and speak to someone. No one ever picks up. Can't get through to anyone. So then I just leave a voicemail saying, look, I'm gonna have to cancel. I get a letter. You need to give 24 hours notice. Mate, I gave you a freaking 2 days notice.
Find a spot in nature, wear a blindfold and sit undisturbed for 1 hour. Listen. Well, that sounds quite nice actually.
I've been sat here with a blindfold on in the park for about half an hour now. Slowly keeling over because I'm so tired. Oh, I'm supposed to be listening to nature, but I don't care. I don't care. Plus, this park is opposite a building site. And that's not very natural. I can hear birdies singing. I feel like a bit of a failure. But I think this is the first one I'm going to have to say, I can't do this right now. Or I'm choosing not to do this right now. There's no shame in saying, no, not today.
Facing a mirror, sit on a chair motionless for 1 hour. A selection of thoughts then from an hour of staring at myself in the mirror. Who's that weird guy? I think I went to school with that guy. He's got a boring guy face. Oh, actually it's quite a nice face. I like his beard. He's got a wonky face. His eyebrows are all wonky. Quite nice eyes. Not as bright as they used to be. Are those sad eyes? Are his eyes sad? Is there sadness behind the eyes? Choose a door that opens towards you. Open the door without entering. Close the door without exiting. Repeat this action continuously for 1 to 3 hours. Hello? What do you want?
I've been talking to myself in a Scottish accent for the last 15 minutes. The cat was absolutely bewildered by that. What was all that about? Daddy went full stir of echoes, didn't he, for a minute? You're very patient. He kept walking in and out, mocking me. Well, after an hour, I'm now going to walk through the doorway. Sit across from a willing participant. With eyes closed, extend your palms, keeping them about 30 centimeters from the participant's body. Without touching, move your hand across different parts of their body and feel their energy. Duration 1 hour. Who's going to be up for that? I'm trying to feel the cat's energy, but he keeps moving. I don't think he wants me to feel his energy. Beginning to see why this probably needs to be done with a human being. The subject has left the room. Pour yourself a glass of pure water and observe the liquid for as long as you can. In slow motion, bring the glass to your lips. Drink with the smallest sips possible. In slow motion, return the empty glass to its place. Kind of reminded me of like mindful eating, when you spend like 2 minutes eating like one raisin. It's like a sense of abundance when you can only have a little at a time. You know what I mean? Mix together a pile of uncooked rice and lentils. Commit to this quantity. Separate and count each grain of rice and each lentil, keeping tally on a sheet of paper. Duration as long as it takes. So I finished the lentils, but I didn't get the rice done before dinner, so I thought, sod it, I'm gonna have dinner. And on day 6, I gave up. I hadn't anticipated at the beginning of the week quite how long it would take to do all of these tasks. Like, quite a few of them are like an hour or multiple hours long. So if you're ever considering doing Marina Abramović's method, then give yourself a bit of time, like a week, without having to do anything else like work or doing the washing up or stuff like that. I completed 23 of the 30 instructions, mostly. I mean, there were some I didn't quite finish, like one instruction was to look at all 3 primary colours. I only did blue. Plus the cat moved when I was trying to feel his energy, so that's kind of scuppered that. And I got bored of counting rice, so I kind of abandoned that one as well. So there are several that I didn't get to do. The paths untaken. Stepping on the ground first thing in the morning, or finding an object you love and an object you hate. And of course Marina did invite me to include my own personal instruction to complete on these handy cards here. Maybe I can take one more by giving myself the instruction to make a video of this stuff. So here are some things I learned and appreciated. There are some things I'm more comfortable with than others. I'm actually quite comfortable, I discovered, with the durational kind of still and meditative kind of things, like staring at a wall for a while. I find it quite soothing. I think I take from that I'm kind of comfortable with my own mind and my own self. I also learned what I'm uncomfortable with. More revealingly are some of the instructions that I left at the bottom of the pile and never got to. Holding a gaze with someone else, looking into each other's eyes for an hour. The list of people I would ask to do that with me is very short, and I didn't pluck up the courage to do that,
partly out of embarrassment because it's a kind of a weird request, but also out of fear because what if they said yes, I'd actually have to look at them, and it's very exposing to do that kind of thing. And the instruction of feeling another's energy. It was a cop-out to use the cat. He wasn't into it. I could have asked someone else, but again, asking for help feels uncomfortable. And so is intimacy. That also feels uncomfortable. I was also curious about what any effect on my writing and creative work might be. In my morning writing, I did notice, however, that I started to veer away from the thing that I was doing towards working on a story that I've been developing before. Maybe there was something about opening up my mind a little bit more that sort of let that in a bit. But you know, maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe just because something's fun is enough reason to do it.